happy with Yuji's presence, so she gave Yuji a lot of dryad flowers. After that, Yuji asked some slime to stay at Dryad's place so they could later communicate. Then Yuji goes back to the city again. While on the way to the city, Yuji, Proud, and the slimes meet a monster. Yuji also killed the monster quickly. The monster came from a strange stone Yuji found in the Dryad area, and there was an imminent disaster. In the Adventurers Guild, news of slimes using fire magic had spread to several people. Gale is telling this because he just found out that there are slimes that use magic like that. They don't believe Gale's story. There's no way slimes like that exist, and they think Gale was just dreaming last night. Then Yuji came to see Riri to give dryad flowers that Aegis ordered. Riri was shocked after seeing that many flowers. All those dryad flowers were bought by the Adventurers Guild because they really needed the item as medicine. Yuji also told Aegis that he was fighting a strange monster in the forest. Suddenly, an adventurer reported to Aegis that 10,000 monsters would attack the city in a few minutes. This was an emergency because the adventurers in the town wouldn't be able to fight off too many monsters. Yuji had already ordered his slimes to scatter in the forest. They are tasked with reporting the state and movement of the monsters heading to the city of Fostan. Aegis told the adventurers to keep fighting the monsters. There is no other way to take cover, and escape will not be possible. Then Yuji suggested an idea to defeat all those monsters. The adventurers would block the monsters from entering the city while Yuji was getting ready to kill all the monsters. They don't trust Yuji because he's just a beast tamer. But Yuji took out a dragon bone so that they all believed in the power that Yuji had. Everyone was shocked. How can a beast tamer defeat a dragon? Then Gale remembers the slime he told people about. Because of that, Gale also supports Yuji and invites adventurers to fight with him. The adventurers immediately went to their respective positions, while Yuji would strategize and chose the magic he would use. Yuji also added a buff to Proud so he could quickly gather the slimes scattered in the forest. Then Yuji received the slime report from Dryad's place, and a mysterious person returned and put another crystal stone. Yuji told the slimes to advance around the rock. Yuji will do it the same way as before. He would deactivate the effect of the stone and add protective magic to prevent the appearance of a swarm of monsters. Suddenly, the mysterious person committed suicide, even though Yuji wanted to discover his true purpose. Then the monsters had almost entirely reached the city. Proud had also arrived there, and he was ordered by Yuji to restrain the monsters as best he could. Meanwhile, the slimes were told to get closer to Gale's place at the city gate. After that, Yuji realized that Riri was behind him. Yuji ordered him to deliver a message to Aegis. Adventurers must enter the city because soon, Yuji will use his power to kill the 10,000 monsters. After Riri gave the message to Aegis, the adventurers entered the town except for Gale and his friends. There are still monsters that will enter the city, and Gale won't let them in. Then Proud ventured to kill the monster. He also takes Gale and his friends into the city. Yuji also told Dryad to take shelter in a tree so he wouldn't be affected by Yuji's magic. Yuji used the same strategy to fight this monster, made a shield in the city, then burned all the trees in the forest. After the monsters disappeared, Yuji's slime said that there were still monsters left in the forest. So, even though Yuji's MP was low, he would still force himself to use the magic one more time and sacrifice his HP.
問題ない。スライム魔法転送結界。
Yuji wakes up in the city lodge room. Riri is worried about Yuji's condition, and she gives him some food. Riri also thanked Yuji and asked, "Why do you want to help this city, even though you're just an adventurer visiting here?" Yuji was silent and remembered his bad times when he was a corporate slave in a black company. Riri can understand Yuji's nature. He can't tell details about her feelings because Yuji just does what he wants. However, Riri didn't force Yuji to answer her question. Then Riri said goodnight and left Yuji's room. Late at night, Yuji quietly left the city because he didn't want to be the center of attention of the citizens. Yuji just wants to be an ordinary adventurer. He had also left one slime in the city to find out what was happening there. Aegis went to Dryad's place to see the person who committed suicide earlier. Aegis recognized the person from the lantern he carried along with the strange stone. Then Aegis took the mysterious person's belongings to the city. The next day Riri reported to Aegis that Yuji had left without saying goodbye. Aegis made sense of it, and finally, he understood Yuji's nature of not wanting to exaggerate some things. Then Aegis said that he recognized the emblem from the lantern. It was the emblem of a strange and evil organization, and Aegis had already reported this to the city center. Yuji also heard the conversation and finally saw a city called Kiria. Yuji will visit there to join a party and do a quest.